What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to check out the complete Unova Pokemon guide in Pokemon Go so that you know exactly what Unova Pokemon are out, where you can find these Unova Pokemon, and what are the best current Unova Pokemon to focus on to max out on your resources. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how are you doing on your Unova Pokemon? Which ones have you caught and which ones are you looking forward to getting? Because there are a lot of amazing Unova Pokemon that are out in Pokemon Go right now, especially for the kickoff. It's really surprised me and impressed me, and I'm ready for this. There are a lot of Unova Pokemon, so I definitely get why they did this, and it's really well timed right before Montreal, so we are going to have an absolute blast catching all of these Unova Pokemon with these shiny forms. And there are other rare Unova Pokemon that are also in some of the eggs. So we're gonna max out on everything. I'm gonna give you the 100% IVs, which ones to look out for, which ones are notable, and which ones you do not need to know. So let's get into this right now. So we're gonna start off with what Pokemon are in the wild right now. Number one, I'm gonna start off with the two shiny forms, which is gonna be Patrat and Lillipup. They are super cute. They are in the wild. Pidove is in the wild as well. It is basically like a Pidgey version of Gen 5. However, we do have all of the Gen 5 starters that are in the wild. We have the Snivy, the Oshawatt, and the Tepig. So definitely the Pokemon that you want to start pineapping, because the community days, if you've seen my future community day prediction video, are going to be in like 6 months or so, right? So we want to make sure that we max out on these guys. We also have the Blitzel in the wild and the Purloin. Those guys, as far as what you want to focus on, what are worth your pineapple berries, I would say the starters. None of those other guys are really worth it. They're going to be around. Since it is the boosted Unova week, it's a great time to start pineapping the things. You may have future predictions for the candy. So now let's get into what Pokemon are in each of the eggs right now. So we have the 2 kilometers, the 5 kilometers, and the 10 kilometer eggs. I'm going to give you the 100% IVs starting at the 5 kilometers because I don't think the 2 kilometers are really worth any weight in any of the 100% IVs. In the 2 kilometer eggs, it is not exclusive to just these Pokemon, but you can get the Pidove, the Patrat, the Lillipup, and the Purloin. These are basically the wild Pokemon. 2 kilometers, very easy to hatch, so they don't hold too much weight as far as how effective they're going to be in the game. However, now we're going to get into the 5 kilometer eggs. The 5 kilometer eggs are going to have the Gen 5 starters, which are going to include the Tepig, the Oshawatt, and the Snivy. The correlating 100% IVs are going to be Oshawatt is going to be 597, Tepig is going to be 618, and Snivy is going to be 485. If you are thinking about which ones are going to be some of the better ones to focus on, it's definitely going to be the Tepig because Emboar is a pretty powerful fighting fire combination, and then the Oshawatt, which is going to go into the Samurott. However, if you do get 100% IVs, do not evolve them because they will have community days, just as a reminder. Same with a couple of these other Pokemon that I will point out. Save the 100% IVs, the high IVs. If you really want to evolve one, I would suggest just pineapping a ton of them and evolve a less quality one, because I would save your better quality ones for the community day to make sure they get the community day moves, especially the Tepig and the Oshawatt. They are definitely more meta relevant Pokemon. The Snivy, not so much, unfortunately. And the other 3 in the 5 kilometer eggs are going to be Blitzel, Drillbur, and Foongus. So the Drillbur is definitely one you want to look out for. 100% IV at 786. He turns into Excadrill. Excadrill is going to be a steel ground type combination, max CP of 3244. While it has a higher DPS than Groudon, it doesn't quite have as much TDO, so it's not going to outclass Groudon, but is definitely a highly anticipated, pretty solid Pokemon with a unique combination. And as far as the other 2, the Foongus and the Blitzel, not really too meta relevant. They just don't really hold too much weight as far as the 100% IVs, so we're not going to go over those guys just because I want you guys to focus on what is the most important in the Unova Pokemon. So moving onward, we now have the 10 kilometer eggs. The 10 kilometer eggs have 2 specific Pokemon that we are going to go over in more detail that are going to be absolutely amazing, that are going to be definitely meta relevant in the game. So the 10 kilometer eggs can hatch Ferroseed, Clink, Litwick. We can have the Golett as well as the Dino. And if you guys checked out my community day predictions, Dino is one of the community day Pokemons that are going to be making a big impact in the game. So let's check out these 100% IVs that are going to be relevant. As far as the Ferroseed, unfortunately, it is relevant, but more for the PvP. I think it's going to be one of those new PvP type Pokemon when it goes into the Ferrothorn with a max CP of 2321. So this is one of those ones you're not going to focus on the 100% IV. You're actually going to want to get it and then trade it, or in specific, if it is in the wild or when it comes into the wild, that's when we're going to want to focus on it because it has a pretty high defense at 223 and it's a grass steel combination. The next is going to be the Golett. That is going to be a ground ghost combination with a 100% IV hatch at 679, which can go into Golurk, who is not 100% super meta relevant, but is a pretty unique, cool Pokemon because it's the first Pokemon that we have that is a ground ghost combination. And then we have the Clink. The Clink can be in the shiny forms. It's also in the raids. However, it's not super meta relevant, so I would not focus too much on the Clink. But now we have the final two, just like I told you guys, are going to be the meta relevant Pokemon. We have the Litwick as well as the Dino. So let's focus on the Litwick first. Litwick is going to be Ghost Fire combination. With a 100% IV hatch at 575, it is going to go into Chandelure. Chandelure is going to be a Ghost Fire combination as well, with a max CP of 3268, with an attack at 271. So Chandelure is not going to be the top attacker in Ghost or Fire. However, it is definitely going to be top 2 or 3 in both of these categories, depending on the movesets. So the best moveset is going to be Fire Spin Shadow Ball, which will sit it below the Reshiram, which is the Dragon Fire combination, and it is going to sit it slightly below the Giratina Origin form, which is a pretty solid place to have as the second or third, sitting behind two extremely beast legendary Pokemon. So this is definitely a pseudo legendary that you want to look out for that will have a community day at some point. And the final one we want to check out is going to be the Dino. Dino is going to evolve into the Hydreigon. Hydreigon is definitely something you want to check out. The 100% IV is going to be 606 for the hatch. In the Hydreigon, it is going to be a Dragon Dark combination, which is a really unique combination, with a max CP of 3625, an attack at 256, a defense at 188, and a stamina at 211, puts him as a pretty effective attacker. And since the Hydreigon unfortunately got Dark Pulse, which is outclassed by the Foul Play, it is going to put the Hydreigon at the 3rd or the 4th place, but it is definitely an effective Pokemon, a really cool Pokemon at that, one that I really like, and is definitely going to be a community day Pokemon at some point. And then one more thing we have to realize about the Unova, there are new regionals that are going to be out. The Pansage is going to be in the Asia Pacific region. In Europe, Middle East, Africa, and India, we are going to have the Pansear. And remember, if you are going to a Go Fest or a Safari Zone, i.e. the Montreal coming up, and you have the ability to get some of these guys, bring them because they are brand new, they are going to be hot commodities. In the Americas and Greenland, we have the Panpour. In the Western Hemisphere, which is going to be all of the Americas and a little bit of London, we have the Heatmore. And in the Eastern Hemisphere, we have the Durant. So that is going to be on the other side of the world. That is going to include the Africa, Asia, India, another one that if you're going to one of the Go Fests, you want to bring over. So those are going to be the new regionals for the Gen 5. Pretty cool that we have 3 in different regions, and then we have hemisphere regionals as well, which is pretty cool, similar to the Shello. So definitely bring those guys over. Anytime you go to a Go Fest, they're going to be a hot commodity for trading, and you can exchange them because I have already caught a Panpour over here in the US. Then where does that leave us for the Unova Pokemon? The guide, the full complete guide. I would say focus in the wild for now until these 7-kilometer eggs go out, like I mentioned in yesterday's video. Once they go out, I would definitely focus on trying to get a good Dino because at some point it's going to have a community day move, and since Foul Play could make it a way better Pokemon, we will hopefully, maybe for the first time, see a dark Pokemon get a better dark move that's going to move it up in the dark category. That would be absolutely amazing because we definitely have plenty of dragons. We do not have plenty of amazing dark attackers, which would make it pretty cool. Then focus on the shinies, right? Focus on the wild Gen 5 starters. You definitely want to catch those and use your pineapple berries on those and trade those. If you happen to see a Litwick or a Dino in the wild, which I haven't seen any confirmations yet, definitely use those pineapple berries. Save those guys. Those guys would be useful for lucky trades because in the future, similar to Gibble, very rare, right? Gibble is rare. So if they're in the wild, they're going to be very rare as well. So if you happen to come across one, definitely save those guys. Do not just trade it away for candy. You can leverage those for lucky trades with different friends. So continue to focus on the Unova Pokemon, get those shinies, focus on the eggs once these 7-kilometer eggs are going to be out after this week, and be the best trainer that you can be. And let me know in the comments below any of your wins as far as Unova Pokemon and what you are looking forward to most of the current ones that are here or the ones that are going to be out in the future. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all my likers, commenters, subscribers, and my Patreon members for taking their subscriptions to the next level. I super appreciate all you guys, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. We're gonna be catching some shiny Mewtwo's today because I'm filming this on Monday. It's gonna be released on Tuesday. We are doing a Wafu raid all day on Tuesday, which then I will release my shiny Mewtwo video after that. So I can't wait to see how many we can do, and I'll see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.